Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, yeah, I'm like super dirty. Just got done working on the car. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. I do have a new project. It's not my personal project. It's a friend of mine's. A 2013 STI hatchback. I'm sorry. I've worked on this car before. I've installed all the suspension components on it, and we'll get to that later of everything else I've done to his vehicle. But so my friend had some little bit of motor issues. He lives actually next town over from me, here in California, and he had some motor issues. And so I went over and I checked it out. He was on his way to get some groceries, and then check engine light came on and the car started acting all funny. So I went over there, I checked it out. And then I checked his dipstick, and there's no oil reading on a dipstick, which I thought was pretty crazy. So I told him first, before I get involved, to contact Subaru, because Subaru had done his oil change. It was like almost 3,000 miles to that point, and so then I asked him just to, hey, go pursue a Subaru first before I get involved, and Subaru just didn't want to deal with it. I mean, I honestly, guys, I don't know about the Subaru idiosyncrasies of the motor, but I'm not sure how you have a full service oil change and then 3,000 miles later be out of oil. I'm not sure how that works, but Subaru didn't want to test the car, so here I am. I'm gonna be so I'm basically pulling the motor and replacing it, and in that process he bought a fully built motor for 500 horsepower capabilities through IAG. I definitely don't know anything about IAG, but for a little bit of information I do have from what I've seen, I really do like how this company does business so far, and we'll get into that later. So he bought a motor, so it's not just a motor swapper. We're gonna go like the full-on deal. We're gonna try and aim for 420 horsepower, which I think is fairly attainable, relatively easily attainable. So we're upgrading a full cob fuel system with the E85 capability. So we're gonna have the E85 fuel system, so new fuel rails, 1050X injectors, new regulators, the whole nine. Then we're upgrading the turbo to a GT71R. This is a ball bearing Garrett turbo from ATP. I love ATP and I love Garrett turbo products. I just love their products. They've always worked for me. They always worked for other people's cars. So I mean, I'm a Garrett turbo guy. I know there's other companies out there, but I'm just a Garrett guy. So Garrett, if you're looking to sponsor someone, it'd be great. I'd have like no followers, but hook a brother up, man. Come on. Let's see. The block, the turbo, the fuel system, upgrading the clutch, upgrading the intercooler. We're looking into maybe possibly upgrading the throttle body. I'm not sure if that's even possible though. But I'm gonna look into it, see what's out there. Well, yeah, so let's get into this. You should see this video should be short, so it should be like 10 minutes or maybe 12, 13 minutes long. Should be a quick intro. But yeah, so we'll have some new content, and then I think after that, after his car, I do have another vehicle lined up for some more performance modifications. All right, guys, let's get into this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy it. All right, boys and girls, we're back here on the channel. As you can see, it's like 6 something in the morning. In the back of my truck, I have a crate. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see anything because the sun's barely coming up right now. But it's from IAG Performance. Let's see. So, but you guys don't know, one of my friends, he owns a 2013 STI, and he kind of blew up his motor. I would say because, you know, he didn't regularly check his oil, so the oil went dry somehow. I have no idea how that happens in Subarus. I mean, I'm not a Subaru guru, but basically, dealership changes oil, and 3,600 miles later, there's no oil on the dipstick, so it made all kinds of beautiful noises. So here we are now, like $15,000 later. We have a new motor from IAG with the starter rebuild kit. We have a Progressive West intercooler right here. We have Garrett GT 3571 dual ball bearing turbo here, specifically for Subaru. We have my coffee right here, boom. And we have the Supra. But we're not worried about this car right now. I'm gonna do some cleaning up here. I gotta clean up this cart a little bit, do some more cleaning of this cart, and then we're gonna go ahead and film. Once the sun comes up a little bit, we get some light on this. We're gonna go ahead, pull forward and pull this crate apart so I could get the motor out, and go from there. All right, because there should be some stuff in. It shouldn't just be the motor. It should be the motor and some other components, you know, I need to put on the motor. You know, it's basically a complete long block, but then we also ordered the accessories, the timing belt, the oil pump, the oil cooler, their specific oil. Basically, their packaged oil for first startup and then first oil change. So all that's in there as well, and it looks like UPS, like, oh, so look, I mean, UPS is garbage. And this is a crate. This is a pretty good crate here, and they just managed to just screw it up, dude. I mean, look at this. You know, I'll show it to you when the sun comes up. But basically, they dropped this thing and they punctured one of the oil, quarts of oil. So now I have oil on the bed. That's awesome. Yeah, UPS sucks, dude. But we'll continue this in a minute. It's still dark out. Birds are chirping. There you go, boys. Boys and girls. So we have coolant. We have all the timing components and oil filters and all this awesome stuff here. That's the motor. Hello. Like I said, it's a complete long block. It's supposed to be fully built. Pistons, rods, cams, valve springs, the whole nine. So it's IAG. Complete stage 1 package. So let's get some of this other stuff, take it apart, and get to this. Alright guys, well, blocks out on the cart. Like I mentioned, it's basically a complete long block, so it comes with all the valve covers, all the seals and everything. I do gotta put the oil pump on. I mean, it's pretty complete for a long block, so. Let's see. I don't see nothing in there, but. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it out of plastic either. Here's all the awesome stuff it comes with. So, it comes with all the startup oil, the running oil, the coolant, and then one of the oil, of course, did take a casualty. Try to teachable see it, but no dice, man. It's like barely anything in there. Comes with a oil pan, coolant, all the oil you need, 3 oil filters, Subaru pump, ASIN water pump, looks like it's an auto tensioner. Yes. It comes with some of their little gaskets. It comes with the factory Subaru gasket set. Mitsubishi timing belt, I don't even know. But it comes with all the NSK bearings and everything for the timing belts. I haven't even opened up that yet. And then this is another instruction deal here. It's oil pickup. But then inside the bag here on the bell housing, there is some more instructions and paperwork. I just haven't pulled it out yet. But so this is it. This is the complete. This is a complete stage 1 long block from IAG, and this is their timing belt kit or timing accessory kit. It's like $1,500 on top of the motor. So this is what all comes with, minus the punctured quarter oil. But, I mean, from first impression. So let's go off first impression here. So first impression is that the way they shipped it was actually pretty good. UPS is just sloppy, but this is the aftermath of the shipping container. Again, pretty good how they packaged it. So they actually the motor is actually bolted to this. They have bolts that actually go through these 4 holes right here, and it bolts to the motor, so it doesn't move or anything like that. So I thought that's pretty good. A little bit of a pain to take it off, but it's still pretty. Instead of just letting it sit in the crate, that's why it's stabilized within the crate. So I like that. So the packaging is great. This presentation is great. That you don't have to put on any more than you have to, kind of a motor. So it comes with the seals, as many seals it's going to come with, besides the oil pump not being there. And they ship it on the bell housing, so that's why I have it sitting on the bell housing, and they shipped it that way, so it's now sitting that way. And then when they didn't have a whole lot of, so within the crate is a motor, right? And their kit, all the boxes are kind of scattered throughout the containers you guys saw, and the oils and the coolant is wherever they could fit it. The oil panel was protected with this paper right here, and it's pretty thick paper too. So first impression, I like it. It's very professional. When you have a company like this, you expect some kind of professional level, and obviously they've been doing this for a while. So how it's packaged and how they present it within that package, and how everything is here. Everything's here that they said is going to be here, which is good. It's not like, oh yeah, we forgot this, we forgot that, because there's nothing more annoying, than you have a high quality company that says all this stuff's supposed to come with it, and then they start, their QC is garbage, and so, and honestly, and all the parts they do supply are like, are the Japanese parts, the quality parts, probably from like what Subaru actually uses. Again, I'm not a Subaru expert, and I could be wrong. So if this is the case, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But yeah, definitely like it. Very professional, and that's kind of like what I need right now, because I want to be able to bring in my friend's STI, take it apart, and put it back together without any issues. So, and within my friend's build, so we're upgrading the motor, stage 1, right? It's supposed to be 500 horsepower, but I'm thinking we're gonna be at 400 horsepower in the end. We got his intercooler, his turbo kit. He actually already has a stage something clutch, competition clutch, for 600 horsepower, and then he has the Cobb fuel system, E85 fuel system, with the 1050X injectors, so that way he could go from E85 to regular pump. So we have everything set up for like 500 and some odd horsepower, but we're realistically, I told him we're gonna go ahead and aim for 400, maybe 420 at the max. But you have to be realistic. There is one, he's gonna be driving it regularly, so it has to be on a safe tune. And 2, you don't ever want to push a motor beyond its limit. And I honestly feel that even being at 400 horsepower with a 500 horsepower limit, maximum capacity is still kind of pushing it for me, but again, we're just going with it in the individual budget, and so this is what we got. And it's really weird because you could go, like, it goes from like 500 to like 700 horsepower, and there's like no middle ground in that. It's kind of weird. Again, I don't deal with Subarus all the time. I know them a little bit. I did work at Subaru Stevens Creek for about a year, so I know like the basics of Subarus, but I'm not like the Subaru tuner. But all right, that's that.
Look at that sexy booty.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not gonna lie, I am not a Subaru technical expert on anything Subaru, so for you guys that are, please feel free to comment below. Any suggestions or any type of ideas that I haven't thought about. Again, this is just a nice little intro to the build, to the vehicle. I hope you guys, I believe probably have the video of the rod knock. It's actually a pretty good rod knock in here on the original motor. Hopefully that's in this video. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm filming this before I even make the video, so I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, hopefully you guys look forward to this. I'll be honest and upfront. Since I'm not the Subaru technical expert, especially with STIs or anything WRX, I will be. In this series, you'll be seeing the long way of doing things, so AKA the harder way of doing things. Because my whole plan is to pull everything off the motor first. Because we are going to be sending some things for powder coat as well. So we'll be pulling some stuff off the motor, trying to strip the motor as much as possible before I pull the motor, and go from there. So you may be like, oh, why am I doing it the hard way, blah blah blah, because that's just the plan that I want to do. I want to learn a little bit more about this stuff. I want get a little more technical knowledge of how everything works with the STI, and that's where we're going to do it. So bear with me, guys. For you super experts, just be gentle. Be gentle, please. Alright guys, you guys have a good week. See you later. I'm out.